Hey everyone, you're watching the Midnight Monster Corner Horror Podcast. I'm your host, as always, Corey, and this is episode number one, which I'm ecstatic about. I'm excited about this. Basically, a little backstory about myself before we get into the review. I've been doing this, or been collecting for about 9, 10 years now, and been wanting to do this for about a year now. Just honestly haven't had the time between my work schedule and my life is ridiculous, but I now have a little bit of time and I can actually start working on this, which I'm excited to bring you guys content. I really want to start putting reviews out there. It might grow later on down the road. I got a couple friends who actually want to be a part of this and help it grow. It's just a matter of getting it honestly off its feet. So we're actually going to continue to keep trying to get everything going, but week by week, I'm going to try and drop in reviews. I'm going to try and do at least one review a week. I might have time to where I can do two or three, just depends. But I want to put out as much content to you guys as possible. Um, Later on down the road, though, we've also talked about possibly doing like audio commentary and special guests. The audio commentary, that sounds like an awesome idea, just a matter of getting it out there and working out the kinks. So we'll have to work on that to get it to you guys, but hopefully we can do that in the near future. That does sound like a lot of fun. And as far as the special guest, like I said, my friends want to be a part of this, and we might be able to get um, a few people involved, or a lot more people involved, shall I say, actually. But it's just a matter of getting things rolling. So, without a further ado, let's jump straight into the review real quick, and that is House Shark. So, this movie uh, basically was crowdfunded for about $3,000, and it delivers on that. The cover is quite amazing, gotta say. So let's jump straight into it, shall we? So this movie is around a gentleman by the name of Frank, and he's petrified of going into his house because he has recently seen a horrific scene between a babysitter and his toilet, and her getting ripped apart on the toilet. um, Pretty much, he becomes afraid of the shark that resides in his house now, and so he lives in the backyard. And there's a foreclosure about to happen on his house, so the mortgage company is like, we need to sell his house. I don't really know why the mortgage company was brought into this whole thing. It was really bizarre, but anyways, so they're wanting to settle on the house, sell the house. He's trying to stop them from selling the house, and he's trying to stop them from foreclosing on the house and everything. And basically, he gets together with two other gentlemen, and they go in to face Frank's demon, aka the shark, mutant shark, shall I say? Um, I'm gonna stop it there. I'm not gonna give too much more away. Let's just jump right into the bad aspects of the movie. First things first, let's talk about the rip-offs here. I mean, that looks like a Sharknado cover to me. If you're ripping off Sharknado, you're saying a lot about your film. Um, the amount of rip-offs from Jaws. There is a ton of rip-offs from Jaws. I mean, down to the tagline saying they need a bigger house. Come on. I guess that's part of the cheesy goodness. I don't know. But there was even a Star Wars ripoff, and I'm not a fan of Star Wars, and even I picked that out. It's an iconic scene, and it's like, really? um, but yeah, so just terrible ripoffs and terrible acting. So yeah, the acting was pretty terrible. It's almost like the movie was written to be terrible, if you catch my drift. Like they were just trying to be bad. That's kind of like a trauma thing, in my opinion. That's the best way to describe it, I guess. Um, but yeah, so let's go jump into good qualities of the movie now. I was actually quite surprised. The sound quality was amazing. I gotta give them mad props. I enjoyed the sound quality. It was spot on. There was not a whole lot of background noise. Everything was nice. It was clean. I was actually amazed. Um, let's see some of the other good qualities. I don't know who Ron Bonk is. He's the writer and director of this movie. Don't know much about him. Never heard of him before. I don't have any movies with him in my collection, and yet the guy knows his way around a camera. I gotta give him props. The some of the scenes, I mean, just cinematography was pretty damn good. Don't get me wrong, he's no Dario Argento, but pretty decent. I enjoyed his work, actually. Um, Even down to the underwater scene. There was an underwater scene where the house gets flooded, and basically they have to swim through this house to get down to the basement. Um, and even that was obviously that was CGI, but it wasn't terrible. It was actually pretty decent. Got to give it props on that. The last thing that I really have to say about this movie is I think that it could have been a little bit better in the editorial department. I think they could have edited the film a little bit better. This movie sits right at 111 minutes long. No way did I need to sit 2 hours through this movie. Um, I laughed through the entire film because the one-liners and the jokes are just hilarious in this movie. But when it came down to it and there was about 15 to 20 minutes left of the movie, I was just like, okay, these jokes are getting old. It's time to end this. And I was honestly just ready for the movie to end. Um, but like one of the things that I like to do at the end of a movie is go through the extra features. I like to look at the interviews, stuff like that. I didn't even give it a chance. I popped it right out of the DVD player afterwards. I was like, I'm done. um, so let's go into rankings. I'm not gonna give rankings on this channel, or at least not right now. My reviews will be my rankings alone. I'm gonna try and give you guys, uh, basically would I watch it, what I watch, wouldn't I watch it, do I recommend it, don't I recommend it, stuff like that. So rewatch value for me. Eh, honestly, if I'm trying to introduce a buddy into a really shitty B shark movie, yeah, maybe. But if I'm not gonna pick it up tomorrow and watch it again. Not right now. So maybe in the future I might revisit it and be like, oh yeah, that's why I haven't watched it. um, do I recommend it? Is there recommendations for this movie? Honestly, if you're looking for a cheesy, good, fun time, then maybe this is up your alley. Well, let's put it this way. If you're looking for a cheesy, good time and you're not willing to pop in a trauma film, then I guess I recommend this. If you're an avid, serious collector, and you don't want to waste your time with crappy movies or, trying to be comical horror, this movie definitely isn't for you. Um, but to each his own. So yeah, there's my rating, I guess you would say. I don't know if I'm gonna rate yet or not. I might in the future. I'm not sure. I haven't really toyed around with the idea, but as far as my review, I don't ultimately recommend it to anyone. Yeah, I think my wife even lost interest within the first like 10 minutes. So I mean, it just goes to show what you're in for when you pop this in. So my recommendation: watch Jaws. All right. So that's it for this review, and that's basically gonna be it. So if you liked what you saw, like, subscribe, um, and share. Please try and get me out there. I want to try and grow. Also, I've got a Facebook page, or Facebook group, not page. So you guys are more than welcome to join me on there, in which I will try and do some more interactive stuff between you guys and myself through the podcast. So you'll be able to actually interact with me and ask me questions, or even give me comments, or and I'll try and answer you through the the podcast. So yeah, I look forward to bringing you guys content and hang in there and just keep reviewing me. And I'll talk to you guys later. Later.